West 11 Sports Media presents Littlefield High School Baseball on the Littlefield Sports Network. Today's live broadcast is brought to you by the following Wildcats and Lady Cats supporters: the Littlefield Independent School District, First United Bank of Littlefield, Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, Hillcrest Funeral Home, Wiley Implement and Spray Center. Also by Durable Builds, the Lance Insurance Agency, Brown Flying Service, Always Towing, Energy Fitness, and First Federal Bank Littlefield. We will go live to the ballpark right after a word from some of our Littlefield Wildcats supporters.
At Littlefield ISD, we're not just upgrading facilities, we're creating opportunities. Where students excel in dual credit courses, engage in effective vocational programs, and achieve associate's degrees upon graduation. Our staff brings real-world experience, guiding students to think critically and solve problems. Here we stand united in our mission to develop and inspire every student as we embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, gold star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving gold star quality. Go Cats!
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
What do dirty boots have to do with banking? Nothing unless you're one of our ag lenders. Just like farming and ranching, agribusiness requires hard work, and most banks aren't willing to get their hands or their boots dirty. Since 1907, we've been working closely with producers to keep their operations successful. Whether it's an operational loan, or a loan for land or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
I'm Scott Wiley. We'll try hard to earn your business, but even harder to keep it. That's it. That's all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West, and we're live tonight at Wildcats Field as the Littlefield Wildcats are getting set to take on the Muleshoe Mules in district baseball action. Players are being introduced on the field. Let's take a look at the lineups for both teams today. First, for the home team, for the Wildcats, getting the start on the mound will be number 6, Blayton Solis. He'll be the starting pitcher today. Behind the plate, number 8, Jaden Kirkland. The first baseman will be number 32, C.J. Weaver. The second baseman today, number 22, Dawson Adkins. The shortstop is number 4, Kaiser Billingsley. And the third baseman will be number 2, Gabriel Mata. Out in left field, number 28, Kason Villarreal. The center fielder is number 20, Anastasio Ayala. And the right fielder, number 12, Tate Clark. Rounds out the starters for the Wildcats. Also on the roster will be number 18, Carlos Almanci. Almanci will be the designated hitter, batting in the order for C.J. Weaver. Also on the roster, number 10, Shui Mata. Number 14, Craig Jennings. Number 24, Albert Velasquez. And number 26, Braden Black. As they play the national anthem here at the ballpark, let's take a break, and we'll be back with your first pitch.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available. For auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more, go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hit a home run and open a free checking account at First Federal Bank, Lamb County's hometown bank. No monthly maintenance fees, free bank statements, free checking account servicing, free online banking and bill pay, free mobile deposit, and free smiles when you bank at First Federal Bank in Littlefield. Remember to choose the Wildcat debit card, and by doing so, First Federal Bank will contribute a small donation to LISD. We proudly support your Littlefield Wildcats. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we get ready for the opening pitch here at the ballpark today. The Wildcats are the home team dressed in their white jerseys with white pants, maroon trim and numbers with maroon pinstripes. The Muleshoe Mules, the visitors, dressed in their black jerseys with black pants, white trim and numbers, Muleshoe across the chest for the Mules. As the Littlefield Wildcats take the field first, we will start things off here as our camera froze up for some reason. I'm going to try to get this thing unfroze here real quick. As the Wildcats, Blayton Solis takes the mound here to start things off. Let's take a look at the batting order for Muleshoe. Batting first is the catcher wearing number 9, Riley Railsback. Batting second is the center fielder wearing number 6, Johnny Hernandez. Batting third is the right fielder wearing number 8, Nehemiah Sanchez. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman wearing number 27, Jake Villanueva. The number 5 batter is the second baseman wearing number 1, Jordan Reyes. Batting sixth in the order for the Mules, the left fielder wearing number 7, Blaine Klafka. Batting seventh for Muleshoe, the third baseman wearing number 31, Daniel Mendoza. He'll be followed by the pitcher who wears number 5, Luke Ruthart. And rounding out the batting order for Muleshoe, the shortstop wearing number 10, Ram Regalado. So Blayton Solis on the mound warming up for the Wildcats here. All artificial playing surface, the only one in the district, 370 feet to dead center field, 310 feet down each baseline. It's a beautiful evening for baseball, 69 degrees under a cloudy sky here on this Monday night. Winds are out of the southeast at 16 miles per hour. The American flag in right center field indicates that. And we are ready to go as Muleshoe comes to the plate to start off this district contest. This is Riley Railsback coming to the plate. And here's the first pitch of the game. And that'll be just outside for ball 1. 1-0 to the batter, Railsback. Right-handed batter at the plate for the Mules. Next pitch is low and away, ball 2. Now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 to the batter to start things off here in this game. Wind up in the next pitch. That one comes in for a called strike 1. It's now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Railsback. Solis goes right back to work. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. That'll be strike 2 as he fouls it straight down. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Railsback. Solis gets the call from his catcher, the windup and the pitch. That'll be a line drive right up the middle, gets through out into center field. And that is a leadoff single for Muleshoe. That puts a runner on first base with no outs here in the top half of inning number 1. They'll send in a courtesy runner for Railsback. This looks like number 11, Chris Tovar. Chris Tovar coming in to run. So Tovar running for rails back at first base. No outs, and Johnny Hernandez comes to the plate. Hernandez, a left-handed batter. First pitch is high for ball one. That looked like the first attempt at a curveball for Blayton. If he can get that curveball over, it's tough to hit. Next pitch, a little low for ball two. Now 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0 to the batter, Johnny Hernandez. That pitch comes in for a strike, and now it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Johnny Hernandez. Nehemiah Sanchez is on deck here for the Mules. Here's the 2-1. Curveball comes in for a called strike. That curveball from Solis comes right over the top and drops right down into the strike zone. Here's the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Now it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 3-2 to the batter, Hernandez. Next pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into center field, gets down for a base hit. Ayala gets to it quickly, and that's back-to-back singles now to start things off for Muleshoe, and that will put a runner at first and second base with no outs. Nehemiah Sanchez comes to the plate now. Sanchez, the number 3 batter in the order for Muleshoe. Blayton pitching out of the stretch. Delivers the first pitch here. It's going to be a bunt down the first baseline, and it's going to roll. Solis picks it up and makes the tag. It's a fast roller, and that'll be out number 1 as Nehemiah Sanchez bunts out, but it does advance the runners. Muleshoe now with runners at second and third base. Jake Villanueva comes to the plate. This is the cleanup hitter for Muleshoe. First pitch, swing and a fly ball hit out into right field. Tate Clark going back, will not be able to make the catch. It goes over his head. A run's going to score. They're going to wave around another one as the throw comes in. He'll be safe. And Muleshoe takes the early lead here, 2-0. And we'll credit Villanueva with a double on a hard hit fly ball to right field. Villanueva takes third base on the throw home. And it's 1 out with a runner on third. Here comes Jordan Reyes. First pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball up the middle. Solis, an athletic play to nab it, throws to first, and it's in time for out number 2. One heck of a highlight reel play there for Blayton Solis. As Reyes smoked it back to the pitcher's mound, Blayton just dove off the mound to stop it. Did a little barrel roll on the turf, comes up to his feet and fires it to C.J. Weaver at first base for out number 2. Heck of a play from Solis. So here's Blaine Klafka. First pitch in there is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Pitch, swing and a miss at strike 2. 0-2. So it's no balls, 2 strikes to Blaine Klafka. Solis, swing and a miss, but it gets past Kirkland. Kirkland picks it up and throws to first, and it's in time for out number 3, but not before Muleshoe brings 2 runs across in the top half of inning number 1. We'll head to the bottom of the first with the Wildcats coming to the plate.
The
Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit DurableBuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West. As the Wildcats come to the plate, Muleshoe took 2 runs across the plate in the top of inning number 1. Let's give you the batting order for the Wildcats here today. Batting first is the third baseman wearing number 2, Gabe Mata. Batting second is the center fielder wearing number 20, Anastasio Ayala. Batting third is a left fielder wearing number 28, Kaysen Villarreal. The cleanup hitter is the catcher wearing number 8, Jaden Kirkland. Batting fifth in the order is the second baseman wearing number 22, Dawson Adkins. Batting sixth is the pitcher wearing number 6, Blayton Solis. Batting seventh is the shortstop wearing number 4, Kaiser Billingsley. Batting eighth is the right fielder wearing number 12, Tate Clark. And rounding out the batting order is the designated hitter wearing number 18, Carlos Almansi. So Gabriel Mata comes to the plate on an attempted bunt. He pops it up to the pitcher. And the catch is made for out number 1. Luke Ruthhart on the mound for Muleshoe. He's a right-hander. So it's 1 away, nobody on. Here's Ayala. First pitch low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to the Wildcats center fielder, Anastasio Ayala. 1-0. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The pitcher, Ruthhart, nabs it on the hop, throws to first, and it's in time for out number 2. So 2 outs and nobody on for Littlefield, and here comes Kaysen Villarreal to the plate. Kaysen, the left fielder, batting third in the order today. 2 outs, nobody on for Littlefield. Muleshoe on top here, 2-0, bottom of the first. First pitch to Kaysen is fouled off over the backstop and out of play. 0-1 to the batter, Villarreal. Coach Jet Hartley, the head coach, down on the third base box. Coach Blake Green in the first base box for the Wildcats tonight, as that pitch misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kaysen. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball right up the middle, gets through for a base hit, and it's a 2-out single for Kaysen Villarreal. So that puts a runner on first with 2 outs, and the cleanup hitter coming to the plate. This is Jaden Kirkland. Jaden Kirkland will be coming to the plate next for the Wildcats. This is the second meeting between these two teams. Littlefield did beat Muleshoe in Muleshoe back on March 14th in an 8-inning game. The Wildcats won by 1 run. 7-6 was the final score. Littlefield won that game in 8 innings. First pitch to Kirkland, low and inside, gets past the catcher, and Kaysen will go to second base. That puts a runner in scoring position for the Wildcats here. Kirkland steps up to the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Fouls it over the backstop. Count goes 1-1 to Kirkland. Should he get on base with 2 outs, Dawson Adkins would be the next batter up for the Wildcats. 1-1 pitch is high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Misses low. Kayson's going to go to third, and he'll take it. Throw gets past the third baseman. Kayson's coming home, and he'll score. He stole third base and takes home on an error. Villarreal got up and trucked it home with a throwing error on the catcher, and it's now 2-1, Muleshoe on top here in the bottom of the first. Back at the plate, 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch is low and inside for ball 4. So Kirkland will take first base, and here comes Dawson Adkins. Dawson, the number 5 batter in the order, the Wildcats' second baseman. Runner on first base is Jaden Kirkland. He represents the tying run here in the first inning. First pitch is low and away, gets past the catcher. Jaden goes to second base on a passed ball. 2 outs now, runner on second base. Back at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes to the batter, Dawson Adkins. Blayton Solis is in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats here. 1-0 pitch, low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Wildcats come into today's game with a district record of 3 wins and 5 losses. That pitch is low and away, gets past the catcher, and Jaden will go to third base on another passed ball. And right now, Riley Railsback, the Muleshoe catcher, is having a hard time keeping him in front of him. Back at the plate, 3 balls, no strikes to Adkins. The pitch. That one's in there for a strike, and it's now 3-1. So the Wildcats are currently in 5th place and have some work to do to get back in the playoff picture. That pitch is high and outside, ball 4. And so Dawson Adkins will go to first. Jaden Kirkland is on third, and Blayton Solis coming to the plate. Muleshoe comes in with a district record of 2 wins and 6 losses. Muleshoe currently in 7th place. In 6th place in district play. First pitch to Solis is fouled straight down in the turf. That'll be strike 1 on the foul ball. 0-1 to the batter, Solis. Muleshoe leads this game 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. Wildcats have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Pitch outside. Runner's going to go to second base. The throw will come home. The runner will come home on the throw, and Railsback, I don't know what he was thinking. Dawson Adkins took second base. The Muleshoe catcher, Riley Railsback, jumps up, throws the ball, but it hit the mound, and that allowed Jaden Kirkland to come in and score. Back of the plate, 1-1. That pitch missed for ball 2, now 2-1. We're tied up at 2 here in the first inning. The 2-1 pitch. That one comes in for a strike, and now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. Score is 2-2. Nothing but 2s on the scoreboard. Pitch. That'll be a foul ball over the first base home dugout. Count remains 2-2. Blayton Solis at the plate. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3 as Solis goes down swinging to retire the side. But the Wildcats tie the game here in the bottom of the first. We're headed to the top of inning number 2. We'll be back.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center with affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts. Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit energyfitnesslfd.com for more information.
Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West here at the Wildcats ballpark. Lady Cats softball team is playing right next door. It is senior night for the Lady Cats tonight. They're playing Muleshoe as well. We want to send them all the best. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 batters coming up in the order for Muleshoe. This is Daniel Mendoza. First pitch is going to be a foul ball down into the turf. Strike 1 on the foul. Blayton threw 18 pitches in the first inning. Here's the 0-1. Curveball stays high. Ball 1. Count evens at 1-1. Blayton Solis on the mound. The 1-1 pitch to Mendoza. That's low. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1. Solis with a windup and the 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss at strike 2, and it's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here in the top of the second. Windup and the pitch. That one just misses low for ball 3. Now it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Tate Clark gets it in quickly to hold the runner up at first base. But that'll be a leadoff single for Muleshoe and a runner on first with no outs, and Luke Ruthart comes to the plate now. Ruthart is the pitcher in today's game for Muleshoe, batting 8th in the order. Here's the first pitch to Ruthart. That's a curveball that stays high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Next pitch. A little low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Two pitch. That one comes in for a strike, and now it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, and a runner on first base for the Mules. That pitch is low, gets past the catcher. And that will allow Mendoza to go to second base on the passed ball. 2-2 is our score here in the top of the second. Three balls and one strike. Pitch comes in for a strike two. Now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Solis with a pitch. Misses high and inside for ball 4. So that's another walk, and now Muleshoe has runners at first and second base with no outs. The number 9 batter comes to the plate now for Muleshoe. This is Ram Regalado. Regalado has a shoestring issue. As he gets a shoe tied, he'll step into the box. Runners at first and second base here with no outs for Muleshoe, top of the second inning. This is the first at-bat of the day for Regalado. He shows bunt, and he'll miss it. It'll be strike 1. And Jaden Kirkland, the Wildcats catcher, wasn't able to get his glove on the ball and hit him in the soft tissue. So Jaden's going to walk this one off. It's an occupational hazard of being the catcher. So he's ready, and everybody else will head back to their spots here. 0-1 to Regalado. Here's Solis. The 0-1 pitch. Again, an attempted bunt, and he'll miss it for strike 2. So 2 attempted bunts and 2 misses by Regalado. Solis ahead in the count here, 0-2. Out of the stretch. Swing and a miss at strike 3 as Regalado goes down swinging for out number 1. One away, runners at first and second base, and Riley Railsback will come to the plate now for Muleshoe as we go back to the top of the order. Railsback is 1 for 1 with a single. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it on a grounder down the first baseline. Oh and 1 on the foul ball. Solis checks a runner at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a curveball that comes in for a strike, and now it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter. That pitch just misses for ball 1. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive to the third baseman. Mata knocks it down, picks it up, and steps on the bag at third. He almost made the catch, but it popped out of his glove. He's able to pick it up, checks first, and then he remembered, oh, yeah, we've got a force here at third base. And that'll be out number 2 as Daniel Mendoza forced out at third on the fielder's choice. And we'll see a courtesy runner in for the catcher Railsback. This is number 11, Chris Tovar. So Chris Tovar running at first, Luke Ruthhart at second. 2 outs, and Johnny Hernandez comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single, had a line drive up the middle in his first at-bat, and he'll hit a grounder here. Weaver knocks it down but can't get to it. He's able to recover in time to keep the runners on base, to keep Ruthhart from scoring. That'll be a base hit for Johnny Hernandez on a hard hit ground ball. Great effort there by Weaver. Tough play. That was right between the first and second baseman of the Wildcats. But now the bases are loaded here with 2 outs, and Nehemiah Sanchez comes to the plate for Muleshoe. First pitch to Sanchez. Low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0 to Sanchez. Solis out of the windup, delivers the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1-1 to Sanchez. Next pitch is low. Ball 2. 2-1 now, 2-1. Next pitch, curveball, grounded foul, and that'll be strike 2. Now the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the bases loaded for the Mules here in the top of the second in a 2-2 game. Solis. The pitch is a grounder to third, fielded by Mata, steps on the bag for out number 3, and that'll retire the side as Muleshoe loads them up, but can't bring any across, and we are headed to the bottom of the second. Tied at 2.
It's not about the halls you walk through. It's not about the walls that surrounded you. What lasts is the growth, the connection, memories, and traditions that shape who you become. Here we aren't just building facilities, we're building futures, where modern tools meet timeless values, resilience, integrity, and community. Because what matters most isn't what's new, it's what endures.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, gold star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving gold star quality. Go Cats!
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we move to the bottom half of inning number 2. Tied at 2. Wildcats will be bringing the 7, 8, and 9 batters up in the order. It'll be Kaiser Billingsley, followed by Tate Clark and Carlos Almanci up in the order. Luke Ruthhart remains on the mound for Muleshoe. He threw a total of 22 pitches in the first inning. So Kaiser will come to the plate for the first time tonight. Billingsley steps into the box, the Wildcats shortstop. Swings at the first pitch. It's a line drive out to second baseman. Gets through for a base hit. And Billingsley with a leadoff single here for the Wildcats in the bottom of the second. So Tate Clark comes to the plate now. Tate, the right fielder. Runner on first, no outs. Pitches low and away, gets past the catcher, and Billingsley goes to second base on the pass ball. And it's just been tough for Riley Railsback so far here early in this game. We've seen a lot of pass balls. Luke Ruthhart's putting a lot of them in the dirt, and it's like Railsback is just having a hard time stopping it on this artificial turf. Here's a bunt foul on the third base side. And the count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter Clark. One pitch. That one comes in for a called strike. Nice movement on that pitch from Ruthhart. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2 to the batter Clark, the Wildcats right fielder. Pitch, low and in the dirt. That'll be ball 2. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2-2. Clark steps back in. He's going to crowd the plate here with 2 strikes. Pitch, swing and a ground ball hit out to first baseman. Fielded, foot race to the bag, and Tate will be out, but it does advance Billingsley to third base on the ground out. So now with 1 away, the Wildcats have a runner on third, and the DH comes up. This is Carlos Almanci. Carlos is the designated hitter batting for C.J. Weaver, the first baseman. First pitch to Almanci is low for ball 1. 1-0. Almanci steps back in. Gabriel Mata is on deck for the Wildcats. That pitch is in there on a fastball, strike 1. Now 1-1. Almanci, the number 9 batter in the order for the Wildcats. This is his first plate appearance. Swings at that one for strike 2, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch, low and away, ball 2. Now the count 2-2. Kaiser Billingsley is a base runner at third. Carlos Almanci, the batter. 2-2 pitch. Low and away, gets past the catcher, and Billingsley will score. And that has just been the story of the game so far for Muleshoe, is that the catcher just can't keep it in front of him. Billingsley will come home on the passed ball. And the Wildcats have their first lead of the game. It's now 3-2. Full count at the plate. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Almanci draws the walk. And we go back to the top of the order for the Wildcats. This is Gabriel Mata coming to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today. He popped one up to the pitcher in his first at-bat. So Gabriel Mata, the Wildcats' third baseman, will start the second rotation through the order here for the maroon and white. Runner on first with 1 out. First pitch here. It's a curveball. It comes in for strike 1. 0-1. Next pitch, little check swing foul ball. Oh, it hit him in the hand. Wow, I thought it hit the bat, but the umpire says take your base. Gabriel Mata gets hit in the hand, and he'll go to first base. That moves Almanci over to second base. So the Wildcats now with 1 out have runners at first and second, and here comes Ayala to the plate. Anastasio Ayala steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Grounded out back to the pitcher. He takes a full swing here, pops it up high, coming down behind the second base bag. The catch will be made by the shortstop Regalado for out number 2. So on the pop-up, to the shortstop. That'll be 2 outs, runners at first and second, and here comes Kaysen Villarreal. Kaysen is 1 for 1 with a single, had a hard hit grounder right up the middle in his last at-bat. First pitch here is a curveball that stays high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Littlefield. 1-0 pitch. Low and in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Should Kaysen get on base with 2 outs, Jaden Kirkland would be the next batter up for the Wildcats. That pitch is low, ball 3, and the runners will advance. Carlos Almanci steals third, and Gabriel Mata steals second on a double steal. Now the Wildcats have 2 runners in scoring position and a 3-0 count at the plate. Pitch in there for a strike, and now it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Villarreal. Next pitch, swing and a ground ball out to the second baseman. Fields it, throws to first, and it's in time for out number 3 to retire the side. So the Wildcats leave 2 stranded, but we do bring 1 across to make it 3-2. Littlefield on top after 2 complete. We'll be back with more Wildcats baseball.
We know that ag producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe ag lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network and West 11 Sports Media. I'm Cody West. We've got a good game here tonight. The War on 84 baseball edition. Good crowd in the bleachers, but we still have some room out. If you're out and about town today, come on out and cheer on the Wildcats. Admission is free of charge. Concession stand is open. There's a softball game going on as well. Beautiful weather. I don't know why you would want to be anywhere else right now in Littlefield. This is a good game you're missing here. It's the top of the 3rd inning. Plenty of game left. Jake Villanueva comes to the plate for Muleshoe to start things off to face Blayton Solis as he starts his 3rd inning of work. Blayton has thrown 43 pitches so far in the game. The first pitch here is high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to the cleanup hitter, Villanueva. 1-0 pitch, low, ball 1, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Villanueva's 1 for 1 with a double today. Wind up in the 2-0 delivery. Swing and a ground ball foul down the 3rd baseline. That brings the count to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Villanueva. Solis with a 2-1 delivery. Low and away. Villanueva held up on a check swing. Didn't come around. It's now 3-1. 3-1 pitch from Solis. Low and outside, ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk for Muleshoe. And Jordan Reyes comes to the plate. Reyes is 0 for 1 with a ground out today. Grounded out to the pitcher, and an outstanding play from Blayton Solis. Swings at the first pitch here. Gets past the catcher, and Villanueva will go to second base. So that puts the tying run in scoring position now for Muleshoe. A 3-2 ball game. Reyes steps back up to the plate. The 0-2. correction, the 0-1. An attempted bunt, he fouled it. Now it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Reyes. Solis out of the stretch, delivers the pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into right field. Clark gets under it and makes the catch. The runner will tag and go. Throw to third base is off the mark, and Villanueva will advance to third base. That'll be scored as a sacrifice fly to right field as it advanced the runner. So here comes Blaine Klafka, 1 out, runner on third base. Klafka is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Swings at the first pitch here for strike 1, went after a high one. 0-1. Solis with the 0-1 pitch. Just outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1-1 to the batter, Klafka. Next pitch misses low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. Wildcats have Blayton Solis on the mound, Jaden Kirkland behind the plate. 2-1 pitch, swing and a fly ball foul down the right field line. It's out of play. C.J. Weaver is the first baseman, Dawson Adkins the second baseman, Kaiser Billingsley at shortstop, and Gabriel Mata at third base. Kaysen Villarreal is out in left, Anastasio Ayala the center fielder, and Tate Clark the right fielder. That pitch was high and inside for ball 3. Now it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner on third base for Muleshoe. The payoff. Swing and a ground ball out to the shortstop. Billingsley gloves it, throws to first. It's in time for out number 2, but Muleshoe ties the game. And it's 3-3. As the runner scores from third base on the ground out. 2 outs and nobody on for Muleshoe now, and Daniel Mendoza comes up. Mendoza 1 for 1 with a single today. Solis, the first pitch to Daniel Mendoza is a strike on a curveball, 0-1. Out of the windup, the 0-1 pitch, high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1-1 to Mendoza. Next pitch, swing and a ground ball hit out to the first baseman. Weaver knocks it down. He'll underhand it to Blayton Solis, who covers the bag at first, and that'll retire the side, but not before Muleshoe ties the game in the top of the third. We're headed to the bottom of inning number 3 with your score, Littlefield 3, Muleshoe 3. We'll be.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available. For auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hit a grand slam by listening to Wildcat Baseball on West 11 Sports and banking with First Federal Bank in Littlefield. We proudly support your Littlefield Wildcats. First Federal Bank specializes in helping you. Who doesn't want to save some money? Planning a family vacation and need a little money to help? Need to refinance your current loan and get a lower payment? Need help with that summer home remodeling project? Don't wait until the 7th inning stretch. Keep your seat and apply online right now at firstfedlfd.com from your smartphone, tablet, or desktop. We would love to hear from you. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we move to the bottom half of inning number 3 in a tie ball game. 3-3 is our score. And coming up for the Wildcats will be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Jaden Kirkland will be followed by Dawson Adkins and Blayton Solis in the batting order. So here's Kirkland. And he's going to swing at the first pitch, a slow rolling grounder back to the pitcher, lobs it over to first base, and it's in time for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-3 is our score. The first time these two teams played, it was a 1-run victory by the Wildcats in extra innings. These two teams went neck and neck that day in Muleshoe, and today's game so far has been as evenly matched. Dawson Adkins holds up on a check swing, and they'll say came around for strike 1. 0-1 to the batter, Adkins. Dawson walked his first time up. Second trip to the plate here. That pitch is low and away for ball 1. Count evens at 1-1. Ruthhart with a 1-1 pitch. Adkins lays down a bunt foul on the third baseline. And that will be strike 2. So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, Dawson Adkins, Wildcats' second baseman. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Comes in and hits him. Adkins, hit by a pitch, will take first base. And so the Wildcats have the go-ahead run on first. Blayton Solis will be coming to the plate. Solis is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. So Blayton will come up to try to move Adkins around. So Lee steps into the batter's box, showing bunt. He'll pull it back, and the pitch is low. Adkins goes to second base, a throw not in time. And Dawson Adkins will steal second. That puts the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Wildcats now with 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out to Blayton Solis. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a slow rolling grounder to third. Fielded. The throw to first is in time for out number 2, but it will advance Adkins to third base. So now Littlefield has a runner on third base with 2 outs, and Kaiser Billingsley comes back to the plate. Kaiser's 1 for 1 with a single today. First pitch to Kaiser's a ground ball right up the middle. Gets through. It's going to score a run. And Littlefield is back on top, 4-3. An RBI single for Kaiser Billingsley on a ground ball right up the middle. As that scores the run, Tate Clark will come to the plate now. 4-3 is our score. Littlefield on top. First pitch to Tate Clark is low and away, gets past the catcher. And Kaiser will take second base easily. So that puts a runner on second here with 2 outs, and Tate Clark at the plate with 1 ball and no strikes. Tate is 0 for 1 with a ground out today, grounded out to the first baseman in his first at bat. Next pitch, low and away, gets past the catcher. And that will allow Kaiser to go to third base on a wild pitch. Luke Ruthhart, the Muleshoe pitcher, has kind of been all over the place today, making it hard on his catcher. Oh, nope, they'll say that was a balk. So that pitch did not count. So they gave Billingsley third base on a balk. So now the count is 1-1. One ball, one strike. Next pitch is fouled straight down for strike two. And now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to the batter. Next pitch to Clark. Swing and a miss. At strike 3, catcher drops the ball. He'll throw it down to first base, and it's in time for out number 3. The Wildcats leave one stranded, but we get one across in the bottom of the third, and the Wildcats lead this game by a score of 4-3. We'll be back with more Littlefield baseball in the top of the fourth coming up right after this.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit durablebuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we move to the top half of inning number 4. The Wildcats lead this game by a score of 4-3. And the Wildcats, Blayton Solis takes the mound once again. He has thrown 60 pitches so far in the game today. The first pitch here is going to be a grounder to second base. Adkins gloves it, underhands it to Weaver for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Luke Ruthhart grounds out to the second baseman. And that will bring Ram Regalado to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Solis with the first pitch here to Regalado. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Regalado is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul ball. Back to the backstop, strike 2 on the foul. Now the count 0-2 to Regalado. Next pitch, swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets through for a base hit over the second base bag. Billingsley made a good effort to get there, just couldn't get to it. And that will be a 1-out single for Ram Regalado. So with 1 away and a runner on first, we go back to the top of the order. This is Riley Railsback. Railsback comes back to the plate. He'll start the third rotation through the order for Muleshoe. He's 1 for 2 with a single and then reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch to Railsback is a curveball that comes in for a strike. Jaden Kirkland jumped up, fired it down to first base, but the runner got back in time. Back of the plate, 0-1. Time called and granted, just as Blayton was About to release the baseball. Wow. Umpire granted the timeout late in the windup. Blayton pitching out of the stretch with a runner on first. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip. That's strike two. It's now 0-2. 0-2 to the batter. Rails back. Next pitch. Swing and a line drive foul down the left field line. Count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter. Rails back. Muleshoe has a runner on first base here with 1 out. Starting 9 still in the field for the Wildcats. Blayton Solis on the mound. He has thrown 67 pitches so far in the game. The 0-2. Outside, ball 1. Now the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to the batter. Rails back. Pitch. Swing and a pop-up behind the plate, and it'll be out of play. Over the backstop. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count remains after the foul ball. Pickoff throw to first base, not in time, as a runner, Regalado, gets back in safely. Here's the 1-2. Swing and another foul ball out of play. 6 pitches so far in this at-bat. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3 as Rails back. Goes down swinging. Heck of a strikeout there. Good at-bat for Blayton Solis, Wildcats pitcher. Runner stays at first base. Now with 2 outs and a runner on first, Johnny Hernandez will come to the plate. Hernandez is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Here's the first pitch to Hernandez, and it's high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Hernandez, a left-handed batter. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Johnny Hernandez at the plate. Here's the pitch. He swings at it, but got a little piece of it. It'll be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Straight up 8 o'clock. We've been playing for 1 hour. It's a fast-moving ball game here in the top of the 4th inning. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and another foul ball out of play. Strike 2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first base for the Mules. Wildcats lead this game 4-3. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, runner's going to go. Kirkland throws down, but it's not in time. Regalado almost overslid the bag. He was able to keep his fingertips on the bag there at second base as Billingsley was kind of holding him on there. The umpire says safe. So now Muleshoe has the tying run on second base here and a 2-2 count at the plate. Pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3 as Johnny Hernandez went after a high one. He goes down swinging, and that will retire the side as Muleshoe puts one on, but they can't bring any across. And we are headed to the bottom of the 4th with your score. Littlefield 4, Muleshoe 3 will be...
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center. With affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts, Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit EnergyFitnessLFD.com for more information.
Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we join play in progress. Carlos Almanci comes to the plate for the Wildcats. He attempted a bunt on the first pitch for a strike, and then the next pitch was low for ball one. So it's 1-1 to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 pitch is low for ball two. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 to the batter, Carlos Almanci. He'll be followed by Gabriel Mata and Anastasio Ayala in the batting order. 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 to the batter. The wind up and the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 2. He went after a low one there. And now it's a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch is low for ball 4. Almanci draws the walk, and the Wildcats have a runner on first base with no outs. 4-3 is our score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Wildcats on top. We go back to the top of the order now. This will start the third rotation for the Wildcats. Gabriel Mata comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out, and then he was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Hit him in the hand. First pitch to Mata. Low and away, runner's going to go, and he'll be uncontested. Carlos Almanci steals second base. So now the Wildcats have a runner in scoring position here with no outs. Gabriel Mata at the plate. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss at strike 1. 0-1. Correction, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Low gets past the catcher, and that will allow Almanci to go to third base. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2-1. Littlefield with a runner on third and no outs. In a 4-3 ball game. 2-1 pitch. Clips the outside corner for a called strike 2. Man. Now it's 2-2. Man, that looked outside. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. I think that was a good cut there by Gabe. That was a curveball. It looked like it may have hit the inside corner if he didn't swing. Stays alive at 2-2. Wind up. 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2. Mata at the plate, Ayala in the on-deck circle. The 3-2 payoff, outside, ball 4. And that will put runners on the corners for the Wildcats here. Runners at first and third with no outs, and Ayala will come to the plate. Ayala is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out today. Batting second in the order. Shows bunt. Pull it back. Runner will go to second base. And rails back, fires it back to the pitcher, but Ruthart, the pitcher, couldn't catch the ball. It rolled past him, but not far enough to send Almansi from third. So back at the plate, 1-0 to Ayala. Pitch. It's a curveball. Missed low. Ball 2. Wildcats have runners at second and third base. A base hit could score 2. 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. Ruthart has thrown 71 pitches. Over half of those have been for ball. 38 of his 71 pitches have been for ball. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike, and now it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runners at second and third for the Wildcats. Ayala with a hitter's count. Here's the pitch. He's going to swing at it hard. It's going to be hit out into left field, where it'll drop in for a base hit. Almansi's coming home. And the Wildcats lead it 5-3. Carlos Almansi will come in and score. Mata advances to third. And we've got runners at first and third now for Kaysen Villarreal. Ayala at first base, Mata second base, Villarreal at the plate. Kaysen is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out today. 5-3, Littlefield on top. Kaysen swings at a low one for strike 1 as Ayala steals second base. He'll be uncontested there. So Littlefield has runners at second and third now with no outs. Back of the plate, 0-1 to Villarreal. Pitch. That one comes in for a strike, and now it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Kaysen. Jaden Kirkland on deck for the Wildcats. Ruthart with the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball. That'll be a base hit past the shortstop. Mata will score from third. Ayala's rounding third, coming home, and he'll score. It's a 2 RBI single for Kaysen Villarreal. And the Wildcats lead 7-3.
Next up for the Wildcats, number 8, Jaden Kirkland.
Kaysen Villarreal just smoked it past the shortstop on a hard hit grounder. And we'll see a visit to the pitcher's mound for the Muleshoe coach as the infield will huddle up. 7-3 now. The Wildcats have scored 3 runs in this inning and still have no outs. With a runner on first base, Jaden Kirkland will be the next batter up for the Wildcats. Doesn't look like we'll see a pitching change here. Luke Ruthart, the starting pitcher, has thrown 77 pitches in the game today. And he'll stay in. And he's given up 7 runs to this point. Littlefield scored 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 1 run in the third, and 3 runs so far here in the 4th inning. So here's Jaden. He'll step up for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Pickoff throw to first base is not in time. So Jaden Kirkland, the Wildcats catcher, showing bunt. He'll pull it back on a strike one. 0-1 to the batter, Kirkland. Ruth Hart out of the stretch, pitches outside, gets past the catcher, and Villarreal will go to second base. That was a wild pitch. Now Littlefield with a runner on second and no outs. Back of the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike to Jaden Kirkland. Kirkland again showing bunt. Lays one down, gets past the first baseman. It rolls into no man's land. Kayson's rounding third. And still nobody covering the bag at first. The throw gets past the first baseman. And Jaden will go to second base. And Littlefield now leads 8-3. It was just a misplayed bunt by Muleshoe. The first baseman, Jake Villanueva, came up to play it, but it was rolling fast, and it got past him, and there was nobody there to back him up, nobody covering the bag at first. And we'll see a pitching change now for Muleshoe. The Wildcats lead the game here 8-3 in the bottom of the fourth, and we'll take a timeout while the new pitcher warms up for the Mules. We'll be back. The Wildcats on top right after this.
At Littlefield ISD, we're not just upgrading facilities, we're creating opportunities. Where students excel in dual credit courses, engage in effective vocational programs, and achieve associate's degrees upon graduation. Our staff brings real-world experience, guiding students to think critically and solve problems. Here we stand united in our mission to develop and inspire every student as we embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic.
Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, right here in Littlefield, provides grade A, Gold Star quality milk products to manufacturers around the world. We are proud to be here in Littlefield, and we support our student athletes. Our philosophy is to be a good neighbor to everyone in this town. We take pride in our work and in our community. Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, farms, people, and technology, achieving Gold Star quality. Go Cats!
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. As we've got a new pitcher, this is Ram Regalado on the mound for Muleshoe. Dawson Adkins comes to the plate, lays down a bunt, back to Regalado, throws to first. It's in time for out number 1. But it will advance Jaden Kirkland to third base. So runner on third base for the Wildcats here with 1 out, and Blayton Solis comes to the plate. Now they're going to call somebody out. Oh, yeah, they'll call Dawson out. There was a question there at first base. But Dawson is out. Kirkland is at third, and Blayton Solis comes to the plate. Regalado was the shortstop, now pitching for Muleshoe. First pitch here. Misses. Throw down to third base. Not in time. Close play at the bag at third. But Kirkland gets back in safely. So here we go, Blayton at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Regalado, the right-hander, delivers a pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now, 1-1. Wildcats have brought 4 runs across the plate so far here in the 4th inning and lead this game 8-3. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball comes in. Woo, thought it stayed high, but the umpire gives it to him. It's now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on third. Blayton Solis at the plate. Pitch, swing and a miss at strike 3 as Solis goes down swinging for out number 2. So 2 outs and a runner on third base, and Kaiser Billingsley comes to the plate. Kaiser's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles today. Both of them to right center field. Here's the first pitch to Billingsley. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. So Regalado was the shortstop. He came on to pitch. The pitcher, Ruthhart, went to second base, and the second baseman, Reyes, goes to shortstop. The 1-0. Strike. Fastball on the outside corner. Throw to third base. Gets past the third baseman. Kirkland's coming home, and he'll score. And that makes your score 9-3. Littlefield on top. Jaden Kirkland comes over on an error. One pitch in there for strike 2. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on for Kaiser Billingsley. The 1-2 pitch. Way outside for ball 2. Now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Wildcats have scored 5 runs here in the 4th inning to blow open this game as Kaiser fouls this one off down the third baseline. Count remains 2-2. Should Kaiser get on base with 2 outs, Tate Clark would be the next batter up for the Wildcats. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch, swing and a ground ball, gets through out into right field, but it was right between the first and second baseman. And Kaiser gets on with a single. The throw gets past the first baseman, allowing Kaiser to go to second base. Muleshoe got a little sloppy getting the ball back to the infield. And now Littlefield has a runner on second base with 2 outs, and Tate Clark comes back to the plate. Clark is 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout. First pitch, he shows bunt, and he'll pull it back on a low one for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0 to the batter Clark. Number 8 batter in the order. The 1-0 pitch, and he's going to lay the bunt down. Coming back to the pitcher. They field it, throw to first, and it's in time for out number 3. As that will retire the side, but not before Littlefield brings 5 runs across the plate in the 4th inning. And we've played 4 complete with your score. Littlefield 9, Muleshoe 3. We'll be back with more Wildcats baseball right after this.
What do dirty boots have to do with banking? Nothing unless you're one of our ag lenders. Just like farming and ranching, agribusiness requires hard work, and most banks aren't willing to get their hands or their boots dirty. Since 1907, we've been working closely with producers to keep their operations successful. Whether it's an operational loan, or a loan for land or equipment, We're one of the most dominant ag lenders in the state. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
I'm Scott Wiley. We'll try hard to earn your business, but even harder to keep it. That's it. That's all.
Welcome back to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we move to the top half of inning number 5 with your score Littlefield 9, Muleshoe 3. Blayton Solis reclaims the mound for the Wildcats. He is the starting pitcher. He has thrown 76 pitches so far in the game today. It's been a good game on the mound so far for Solis. He'll face Nehemiah Sanchez. Sanchez shows bunt and pulls it back on a low one for ball 1. 1-0. Next pitch, low, ball 2. Starting 9 are still out there for the Wildcats. Solis on the mound, Kirkland behind the plate. The 2-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. 2-1. C.J. Weaver at first. Dawson Adkins playing second. Next pitch is fouled back to the backstop. Count stays at 2-2. Or count goes to 2-2. Kaiser Billingsley is the shortstop. Gabriel Mata the third baseman. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3. Kirkland drops the ball, throws it to first. Weaver's there, and that's out number 1.
Next up, we go to number 27, Jake Villarreal.
1 away, nobody on. We have Kaysen Villarreal out in left, Anastasio Ayala in center field, and Tate Clark out in right field for the Wildcats. Jake Villanueva comes to the plate now for Muleshoe. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. First pitch is going to be a ground ball foul down the first baseline. Strike 1. Next pitch misses for ball 1. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, swing and a fly ball hit out into center field. Ayala going back. It's over his head. It's going up against the, almost to the warning track. Throw comes in and not in time as Villanueva will be safe at second base, and that is his second double of the game. Villanueva with a 1-out double for Muleshoe here. That brings Jordan Reyes to the plate. First pitch to Reyes. Misses low, gets past the catcher, and that will allow Villanueva to go to third base. One and 0. Next pitch, in there for a called strike 1. Count goes 1-1 to the batter. 1 ball, 1 strike to Reyes. Pitch in there for strike 2. So Reyes watched 2 of them come by. And it's 1-2. Solis out of the stretch, delivers the pitch. Curveball just misses inside for ball 2. Man, I thought that was close. Close enough to get the strike call, but Blayton didn't get it. Now it's 2-2. Next pitch is fouled over the backstop and out of play. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch comes in for a called strike 3 on a curveball. Nasty curve there from Solis, and that's out number 2. As Reyes goes down looking, Blaine Klafka comes to the plate now. Klafka is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout today. "90 pitches in the game so far for Solis. Swinging at the first pitch by Klafka for strike 1. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off, out of play. And that'll be strike 2 on the foul ball. That pitch will be grounded out to the shortstop. Gets through and a run will score. And that'll be a base hit with an RBI for Blaine Klafka. And that'll make your score 9-4. Littlefield on top. Daniel Mendoza comes to the plate now. Runner on first with 2 outs. First pitch was outside for ball 1. Nine to 4. Littlefield leads the game here. That pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. Now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, maybe a little low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now, 2-1. Next pitch, swing and a ground ball. That's a base hit out into left field between the shortstop and third baseman of the Wildcats. So back-to-back base hits here for Muleshoe. Puts runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Luke Ruthart will come to the plate. Ruthart was a starting pitcher for Muleshoe, now playing second base. Ruthart is 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. First pitch, low, gets past the catcher, and the runners will advance. Throw to third, gets past Mata, but a good job by Kason Villarreal out there in left field to get to it quickly to keep the run from scoring. Blaine Klafka goes to third base, and Daniel Mendoza to second base on the passed ball. Next pitch, in there for a strike. Muleshoe has runners at second and third with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Man, that just missed inside. This umpire's not very generous with the inside of the plate. He likes that outside corner. 2-1. Curveball in there for a called strike 2, and now Blayton is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. The pitch in there for a called strike 3. Got a curveball past him as a batter goes down looking to retire the side. Muleshoe brings 1 across, and they leave 2 stranded. We're headed to the bottom of inning number 5 with the Wildcats on top 9-4. We'll be back right after this.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Hit a home run and open a free checking account at First Federal Bank, Lamb County's hometown bank. No monthly maintenance fees, free bank statements, free checking account servicing, free online banking and bill pay, free mobile deposit, and free smiles when you bank at First Federal Bank in Littlefield. Remember to choose the Wildcat debit card, and by doing so, First Federal Bank will contribute a small donation to LISD. We proudly support your Littlefield Wildcats. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. I'm Cody West as we move to the bottom half of inning number 5. Wildcats coming back to the plate. And this is Carlos Almanci at the plate to start things off. First pitch is in there for a called strike 1. 0-1 to Almanci. Carlos has been to the plate twice and has walked on base on balls twice. This is his third at-bat today in the number 9 spot. He'll swing the bat here and ground it out to the shortstop. Throw to first. Gets past the first baseman. Almanci's going to second. And that will be an error to put Almanci on second base. A throwing error on the shortstop. So with an E6, Almanci is on first, is on second base with no outs. And we go back to the top of the order now for Gabriel Mata. Gabe at the plate, swings at the first pitch here, grounder out to the shortstop, fielded. The throw to first is in time for out number 1. So Gabriel Mata grounds out to the shortstop, but it does advance Carlos Almanci to third base. With one away, the Wildcats have a runner on third. Anastasio Ayala will come to the plate now. Ayala 1 for 3 with a ground out, a fly out, and a single in his last at-bat. First pitch hits him in the helmet. And Ayala will go to first base, hit by a pitch. He ducked out of the way of it and caught him right in the helmet. So now the Wildcats have runners on the corners. Ayala at first, Almanci at second. And here comes Kaysen Villarreal to the plate. Kaysen is 2 for 3 today with a single, a ground out, and a single in that order. So Kaysen, with 1 out, squares up to bunt. First pitch. As he pulls it back, it's in there for a strike, and the runner will be thrown out. Ayala gets caught stealing at second base. And that's out number 2. A heck of a throw by the Muleshoe catcher. Man, Ayala out at second. Tag made by the shortstop. So now it's 2 outs and a runner on third. Back of the plate, 0-1. That pitch is low for ball 1, and the count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Villarreal. One pitch, low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. Next pitch is going to be hit high out into right center field. It has a chance, but it'll be dropped. The left fielder, Klafka, had the ball in his glove and it fell out. And Villarreal will be safe at second base as Carlos Almanci comes in to score with an error on the left fielder. And that'll make it 10-4, Littlefield on top. And another Muleshoe error. Ten to 4, Littlefield. Jaden Kirkland coming to the plate now. Kaysen Villarreal, the base runner, on second. And the Wildcats have now scored in every inning. And we lead 10-4. First pitch to, nope, we'll see a pickoff throw to second. Jaden is 1 for 2 today with a walk, a ground out, and a bunt out. He bunted out to the pitcher in his last at bat. Here's the pitch. Kirkland fouls it off to the backstop. Strike one. 0-1. Next pitch, low, gets past the catcher, and that will allow Kaysen to go to third base on the passed ball. So Kaysen Villarreal is now the runner at third base. Jaden Kirkland at the plate has a 1-1 count. Wildcats lead the game 10-4. The 1-1 pitch to Jaden Kirkland. It's a curveball that stays high for ball 2. Now 2-1. Littlefield scored 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 5 runs in the fourth, and 1 run so far here in the fifth. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive out into right field. Villarreal will score, and that's an RBI single for Jaden Kirkland to make it 11-4, Littlefield on top. And Kirkland had come off the bag there at first base. They throw it quickly to first. Close play. Umpire says he's safe, but the Muleshoe coach needs an explanation. Muleshoe fans don't agree with the call. And they'll get a second opinion from the home plate umpire. So a quick discussion here between the two umpires. And they'll affirm the call that it is safe. So Jaden Kirkland, the base runner at first, and Dawson Adkins will be coming to the plate here with 2 outs. 11-4 is our score. This game was very close through the first 3.5 innings. The Wildcats blew it open in the bottom of the fourth, trying to add on here. Pickoff throw to first base, not in time as Kirkland gets back in. Dawson Adkins is 0 for 1, and he walked and then was hit by a pitch and then grounded out in his last at-bat. And Adkins will call time at the plate. Regalado, the Muleshoe pitcher, kind of froze in his stance there. So here's the first pitch to Adkins, and he'll hit this one high out into center field. It'll get down for a base hit. And Kirkland overran the bag at second and then had to crawl back just in time to get back to the bag safely. But Dawson Adkins with a 2-out single right in the middle of the center field. It was too shallow for the center fielder, too deep for the shortstop or the second baseman to get to it. So he just dropped it right in there in the sweet spot there in the outfield. That puts runners at first and second base with 2 outs now, and Solis comes up. Blayton's due for a hit. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And the first pitch here is going to hit him, catches him in the hands, and Blayton Solis, hit by a pitch, will load the bases now. Wildcats have Blayton Solis at first, Dawson Adkins at second, Jaden Kirkland at the plate, and Kaiser Billingsley coming to the plate, and Kaiser is 3 for 3 today with 3 singles. He's done all the good today at the plate, and he'll need to do it one more time here to bring some more runs in. Sacks are jammed with 2 outs. First pitch to Billingsley. In there for a called strike 1. 0-1. Regalado with the 0-1 pitch. Kaiser hits this one high down the right field line. It drifts into foul territory and falls in foul. That will be strike 2. So now the count is 0-2 to the batter Billingsley. 2 outs and the bases are loaded. Solis at first, Adkins at second, Kirkland at third. And Blayton Solis, the starting pitcher tonight for the Wildcats. Correction, Billingsley. Solis is at first. This is Billingsley. And Solis ran to second base. And now Solis is standing on second. Adkins is between second and third. And Kirkland, they're going to chase him back. And now Kirkland's going to be in a rundown between third and home. And he'll be tagged out. So I don't know what we were doing there. Yeah, you don't see that every day. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Blayton Solis goes to first base and just stands there. Adkins gets halfway between second and third. And then Kirkland gets tagged out in a rundown. I'm not sure what we were doing. You just don't see that. Seems like I know we've got a comfortable lead, 11-4, or you could try it, but doesn't seem like a very high percentage play on the bases there. The Wildcats lead the game 11-4 as we move to the top half of inning number 6. And we'll have a new pitcher on the mound when we come back. It'll be Anastasio Ayala coming to the plate for the Wildcats right after this. Or stepping onto the mound for the Wildcats right after this.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community. And today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a touch-tone energy cooperative.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit durablebuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit with David McGehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available. For auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. After the pitching change, we move to the top half of inning number 6. And Anastasio Ayala now on the mound for the Wildcats. The first pitch was high, second pitch was low to Ram Regalado, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And I'll give you all of the fielding positions for the Wildcats here in a moment. As we start the 6th inning, Littlefield on top 11-4. That pitch is low for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes to Regalado. .30 pitch. Ball 4. So that puts a runner on first base with no outs. Anastasio Ayala was the center fielder, now pitching. Jaden Kirkland still behind the plate. C.J. Weaver at first. Dawson Adkins at second. Gabriel Mata now the shortstop, and Blayton Solis, who was the starting pitcher, is now at third base. Kaysen Villarreal is out in left. Kaiser Billingsley, who was the shortstop, is now out in center field. And Tate Clark is out in right for the Wildcats. Top of the order here for Muleshoe. Riley Railsback steps up to the plate. Swings at the first pitch here for strike 1. 0-1 to the batter, Railsback. Ayala out of the stretch, delivers the 0-1, and that's high for ball 1. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Railsback. Pickoff throw to first is not in time. So runner Regalado dives back in safely there. C.J. Weaver, the first baseman for the Wildcats. The 1-1 pitch, low, ball 2. Now 2 balls and 1 strike, 2-1. Here's Ayala with the 2-1 delivery. Low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike, 3-1. Ayala has thrown 8 pitches so far in relief of Solis. Out of those 8 pitches, 7 have been for ball. 3-1, foul ball, strike 2. As it goes over the backstop and out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the batter, Railsback. Three and 2, here's the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. So 2 walks to start the 6th inning for the Wildcats pitcher Ayala. Runners at first and second with no outs, and Johnny Hernandez comes to the plate now for Muleshoe. And we'll see a courtesy runner once again for Railsback. This is number 11, Chris Tovar. Chris Tovar coming in to run for Railsback at first base. Hernandez is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a strikeout today. And he's going to lay down a bunt. Fast roller, nobody will get to it, and that will load the bases. Mata came up on it from the shortstop position, but by the time he could get there, the runner was safe. And now the bases are loaded with no outs for Muleshoe. Nehemiah Sanchez comes to the plate. First pitch to Sanchez. High, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, 1-0. Here's the next pitch. And that'll be a ground ball. It's a base hit out into right field. 1 run will score. Clark gets it back into the infield quickly. But it's a bases loaded single for Muleshoe. Nehemiah Sanchez makes it 11-5. Wildcats on top. And the bases remain loaded with no outs here. Here's Jake Villanueva to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and a walk today. First pitch misses high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Next pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike 1. Now the count 1-1. Ayala gets the call from his catcher, Kirkland. Pickoff throw to first. Not in time as the runner gets back in. Count remains 1-1 to Jake Villanueva. Next pitch in there for a called strike. And now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs, and the bases loaded here for Muleshoe in the top of the 6th. 1-2 pitch. It's a ground ball up the middle. Gets over the pitcher's head. Adkins can't get a handle on it, and another run will score. And that'll make it 11-6. A ground ball chopper up the middle. Bases still loaded with no outs. And Kirkland's going to go out and talk to Ayala. Anastasio has struggled to throw strikes here in the 6th inning, pitching in relief, coming on here in the 6th, in relief of Blayton Solis. And the ones he has put over the plate, Muleshoe has put it in play. Bases loaded, no outs, and this is Jordan Reyes. Reyes is 0 for 2 with a ground out, sacrifice fly, and a strikeout. First pitch here on the outside corner for a called strike 1. 0-1. Next pitch. It's a curveball high and inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to Reyes. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 2, and now it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Low. Ball 2. Good job there by Kirkland to keep it in front of him. It was in the turf. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and bases loaded for Muleshoe here. 2-2 pitch. In there for a called strike 3, and Reyes goes down looking. And Ayala needed that one. Not only to get the first out there, but as a little confidence builder for Anastasio as he struggled in the first few batters that he faced. So now here comes Blaine Klafka to the plate. First pitch, just outside for ball 1. Klafka's 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and a single. That pitch will be fouled over the backstop and out of play. Strike 1 on the foul ball. It's now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 3, and Klafka goes down swinging for out number 2. And Ayala's starting to feel it now. It took him a little bit to get dialed in. Two outs, bases loaded. Daniel Mendoza comes to the plate now. First pitch, outside, ball 1. 1-0. Next pitch is a curveball that comes in for a called strike 1. It's now 1-1. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball hit out to the first baseman. Weaver gloves it, steps on the bag, and that's out number 3 to retire the side as Anastasio Ayala comes on and struggles a little bit in relief against Solis, gives up 2 runs, or rather in relief of Solis, gives up 2 runs, but then settles in, gets a couple of strikeouts and a ground out, and retires the side. It is 11-6, headed to the bottom of inning number 6. Wildcats on top. Will be
hit a home run and open a free checking account at First Federal Bank, Lamb County's hometown bank. No monthly maintenance fees, free bank statements, free checking account servicing, free online banking and bill pay, free mobile deposit, and free smiles when you bank at First Federal Bank in Littlefield. Remember to choose the Wildcat debit card, and by doing so, First Federal Bank will contribute a small donation to LISD. We proudly support your Littlefield Wildcats. First Federal Bank Littlefield, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit durablebuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we move to the bottom of inning number 6. Wildcats lead by a score of 11-6. As Kaiser Billingsley comes to the plate. First pitch was low for ball 1. Next one is fouled off down the third baseline. Wildcats looking for some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the 7, 8, and 9 batters up in the order. Kaiser Billingsley will be followed by Tate Clark and Carlos Almanci in the batting order. 1-1 to Billingsley. There's a pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 to the batter, Kaiser Billingsley. Two-1 delivery. And that's fouled off, out of play. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High and inside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's a full count to Billingsley here with no outs and nobody on. Regalado with the payoff pitch. Swing and another foul ball. Out of play. The Lady Cats fell tonight on senior night against Muleshoe here at the ballpark. 13-10 was the final score. Littlefield split with Muleshoe. The Lady Cats beat Muleshoe in Muleshoe earlier this season. But Muleshoe gets us tonight 13-10 the final score, and that pitch is low for ball 4. So Kaiser draws the walk. And with no outs, Littlefield has a runner on first base, and here comes Tate Clark. Tate is 0 for 3 today with a ground out, a strikeout, and a bunt out. Runner on first, no outs here. And Clark showing bunt. Now he'll call time as Regalado takes a while. Kaiser Billingsley, the base runner at first. Again, Tate showing bunt. Pulls it back, and the pitch is low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. It is 9 o'clock. We've been playing this game for 2 hours. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats on top, 11-6. Pitch, and he Foul tips that one on an attempted bunt. Strike one. Now it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Clark. Tate, the starting right fielder tonight, will be followed in the batting order by Carlos Almanci. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Billingsley gets back in. Again, Tate showing bunt. And he'll lay one down foul on the first baseline. That's strike 2. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to the batter, Clark. Regalado with a 1-2 pitch. In there for a called strike 3 as Clark goes down looking. That's out number 1. 1 away, runner on first, and Carlos Almanci comes to the plate. Almanci is 0 for 1. He had 2 walks and then reached on an error. Almanci, the designated hitter tonight, batting in the number 9 spot for the first baseman, C.J. Weaver. First pitch to Almanci is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Wildcats have scored runs in every inning tonight. Trying to do it again here in the 6th for some insurance before we head to the 7th. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Regalado seems highly concerned with the base runner at first, Kaiser Billingsley. The 1-0 pitch. Lowe gets past the catcher, and after all that work, a passed ball will send Kaiser to second base. Now Littlefield with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Back of the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 to the batter, Almanci. Two-0 pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike 1. Now it's 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Pitch. Swing and a foul ball over to the Littlefield dugout on the first base side. On the foul ball, that will be strike 2. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 with 1 out, runner on second base. Regalado throws back to second base, not in time as Kaiser gets back in safely. Back of the plate, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Low. Ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Count remains full at 3-2. Regalado has really slowed down the pace of this game. Taking a lot of time between pitches, a lot of pickoff attempts. Payoff, swing and a foul tip. Almanci stays alive at a 3-2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Regalado. Outside, ball 4. So an 8-pitch at bat ends in a walk, and Carlos Almanci goes to first base. Kaiser Billingsley is at second, and we go back to the top of the order now for Gabriel Mata. Gabe is due for a hit. He's 0 for 2, had a fly out, was hit by a pitch, then walked and then grounded out. And this will be the 5th at-bat of the game for Gabriel Mata, the leadoff batter, as he starts the 5th rotation through the order. First pitch here is a grounder to the third baseman, fielded. Throw to first is in time, and that's out number 2. So Gabe grounds out to third. It advances the runners. Billingsley goes to third. Almanci goes to second. And with 2 outs and 2 on, Anastasio Ayala will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today with a ground out, fly out, single, and then was hit by a pitch. First pitch to Ayala. High, gets past the catcher, runners coming home. Billingsley slides in head first, and he'll score. And the Wildcats have now scored in every inning, and it is 12-6. As Billingsley comes in on a wild pitch, that allows Almanci to go to third base. And with 2 outs and a runner on third, it's 1-0 to Ayala. That pitch will be fouled back to the backstop. Strike 1 on the foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ayala. One pitch. In there for a called strike 2. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to the batter Ayala. Regalado with a 1-2 delivery, misses low, ball 2. Good eye there from Ayala. Now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. Here's the pitch. Low and away. Well, I thought it was 2-2, but it's 3-2. Ayala draws the walk. Nope. They're going to bring him back. Yeah, it was 2-2. Scoreboard said 3-2. Ayala thought it was ball 4. And Carlos Almanci was coming home on the walk. So Almanci will have to go back to third base, and Coach Hartley says, that's on me. He thought the scoreboard was right, too. But it was 2-2. Does the run Almanci came across anyway, does that count? So the run, I guess the run scores. So Almanci, I guess it's credit for stealing home. And that should make it 13-6. And this one is popped up foul behind the plate. But it is not caught. And the count remains 3-2. So it's 13-6. I think. I don't know. Almanci came across and scored. I don't know. Full count. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Gets through for a base hit. And Ayala, with a 2-out single, gets on first base. So Kaysen Villarreal comes to the plate now for the Wildcats. There's Ayala. He's not on the base. Oh, there he is. Nope, we'll see a runner. So we'll have a pinch runner here. This is going to be number 14 running. Craig Jennings now comes in to run. It's a courtesy runner for the pitcher Ayala. So Craig Jennings now running at first. Kason Villarreal at the plate. 2 outs, runner on first. And timeout called at the plate. That pitch comes in low for ball 1. Gets past the catcher and allows Jennings to go to second base. Next pitch is going to be hit to the third baseman on a chopper. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. And that retires the side as Villarreal grounds out to third base in a weird bottom of the 6th. We're headed to the top of inning number 7 with your score, Littlefield 13, Muleshoe 6. We'll be back.
Have you been thinking about updating your home with a new remodel? If you are, the only call to make is to Eli Cueto of Durable Builds. Let us transform your house into your dream home. Durable Builds is insured and serves the entire area. We specialize in kitchen remodeling, but have experience in whole house renovations, including room additions, family, dining, living, laundry, and closet spaces. For more information, visit durablebuilds.com or call 806-891-1076. And let's get started on a personalized home remodel just for you.
Brown Flying Service in Littlefield provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer full-service spraying and crop dusting for your agriculture operation. The Browns are longtime supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats and send them all the best in tonight's game. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Energy Fitness is Littlefield's newest 24-hour fitness center. With affordable monthly membership rates and never any contracts, Energy Fitness is for everyone. Whether you want to get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, or just stay in motion, Energy Fitness has something for you. We have free weights, a cardio room, 14-station strength circuit, turf area, and more. Located at 713 West Marshall Howard Boulevard in Littlefield. Call us at 806-551-2371 or visit EnergyFitnessLFD.com for more information.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network as we move to the top half of inning number 7. The Wildcats lead this game by a score of 13-6. 3 outs and it's over. As Anastasio Ayala comes back onto the mound for the Wildcats, he'll face the 8, 9, and 1 batters for Muleshoe. This is Luke Ruthhart at the plate. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Here's Ayala with the next pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 1. And now the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Ruthhart. Next pitch. Catches the outside corner for a called strike 2. And this umpire's been consistent all night with that outside corner. Here's the 1-2. Low, ball 2, and the count evens now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here for the Mules. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High, ball 3. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2. Ayala with a payoff pitch. Swing and a fly ball foul down the left field line. Correction, right field line. Count remains full at 3-2. Ruthhart, Regalado, and Railsback up in the order here for Muleshoe. The 8-9-1. Three and 2, here's the pitch. Oh, where was it? Maybe outside for ball 4. My goodness. That's what I get for saying the umpire had been consistent with that outside corner. So runner on first with no outs here, and Ram Regalado comes back to the plate for Muleshoe. First pitch to Regalado, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0. Ayala out of the stretch. That pitch is high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Next pitch, swing and a ground ball out to third base. Blayton fields it, throws to second. It's in time to get the force out on the fielder's choice at second base. And that's 1 away. So Ram Regalado is at first base. On the 5-6 force out at second. Railsback comes to the plate. First pitch is high for ball 1. Pickoff throw to first is not in time. That pitch misses for ball 2. So now 2 balls and no strikes, 2-0. To the batter, Railsback. The number 1 batter in the order for Muleshoe. That pitch comes in for a strike, and now it's 2-1. Another pickoff throw to first, not in time. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 2. Now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first base for Muleshoe here in the top of the 7th. Next pitch just misses outside for ball 3, and now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I wouldn't mind seeing a double play to end the game here. Payoff pitch, swing and a ground ball. Solis knocks it down at third base. They get the force out at second. A heck of a play by Blayton Solis. Slid down to the ground to stop it, jumps up, makes the throw, and that's out number 2. And that's a couple of highlight reel plays that Blayton Solis has made in the game tonight. One on the pitcher's mound, another here at third base. And it's another fielder's choice. Runner on first with 2 outs. And here's Johnny Hernandez. The first pitch in there is a strike. 0-1. Next pitch on the outside corner for a called strike 2. And now Ayala is 1 strike away from winning this game for the Wildcats. 13-6 the score. The pitch, swing and a miss at strike 3. And Johnny Hernandez goes down swinging to retire the side and end the game as the Littlefield Wildcats win it 13-6 over the Mules tonight In a game that took 2 hours and 20 minutes to play, the Wildcats win 13-6. Let's take a timeout, and we'll be back to wrap this one up.
Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats baseball here on the Littlefield Sports Network. As this one has gone final, the Wildcats win it by a final score of 13-6 over the visiting Mules, and the Wildcats improve to 4-6, I believe, in district play. The Wildcats with a much-needed victory here tonight, 4-5 in district play. Wildcats trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, and tonight went a long ways in doing that. We scored in every inning, scoring 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 1 run in the third, 5 runs in the fourth inning, 2 runs in the fifth, and 2 runs in the sixth. We scored 13 runs on 10 hits, committed no errors, and left 8 runners stranded on base. Muleshoe scored 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and 2 runs in the sixth. They scored 6 runs on 12 hits, committed 4 errors. In my book, there may have been more officially, but I had 4 errors for Muleshoe, and they left 11 runners stranded on base. The Wildcats, taking a look at our pitching stats tonight, Blayton Solis went 5 complete innings. In the starting role, he faced 26 batters. He threw a total of 102 pitches. He gave up 4 runs. They were all earned for an ERA of 5.6. Blayton had 7 strikeouts and gave up 9 hits and 2 walks in the starting effort. Anastasio Ayala came on in relief. He pitched 2 innings. He faced 12 batters, threw a total of 48 pitches, allowed 2 runs to come across. They were both earned for an ERA of 7. He had 3 strikeouts, gave up 3 hits, and walked 3 batters. Hitting-wise for the Wildcats tonight, Gabriel Mata was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Anastasio Ayala was 2 for 4 with 2 singles, a run batted in, and a run scored. Kaysen Villarreal was 2 for 5 at the plate with 2 singles, 2 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored. Jaden Kirkland was 2 for 3 at the plate with he was hit by a pitch and then also singled. He had 2 runs batted in, or rather he bunted safely. He had 2 RBIs, 1 walk, and 2 runs scored for Jaden Kirkland. Apologize, I butchered his stats. Dawson Atkins went 1 for 2 at the plate with a single. He had a walk and a run scored tonight. Blayton Solis was 0 for 3 at the plate today. Kaiser Billingsley was 3 for 3 at the plate with 3 singles, a run batted in, 2 runs scored, and 1 walk. Tate Clark was 0 for 4 at the plate today for the Wildcats, and Carlos Almanci was 0 for 1 at the plate with 3 walks and 3 runs scored for Almanci. So that's what the Wildcats looked like offensively here tonight. But a good game between Littlefield and Muleshoe, as it usually is, and the Wildcats come out on top, as we usually do in high school baseball. 13-6, the final score. Wildcats win it. We will be back in action on Saturday. The next game for the Wildcats will be on Saturday. I believe we're headed to Roosevelt. I'll give you that. Let's take a look here. We will go to Roosevelt this Saturday, 12 noon, first pitch. We'll be there with a broadcast here on the Littlefield Sports Network and West 11 Sports Media. So until then, make
This Littlefield High School baseball broadcast on the Littlefield Sports Network has been brought to you by the following Wildcats and Lady Cats supporters. The Littlefield Independent School District, First United Bank of Littlefield, Continental Dairy Facilities Southwest, Hillcrest Funeral Home, Wiley Implement and Spray Center. Also by Durable Builds, the Lance Insurance Agency, Brown Flying Service, Always Towing, Energy Fitness, and First Federal Bank, Littlefield. This is West 11 Sports Media, your home for Littlefield High School sports.